Hello everyone, your voice here and welcome to our channel Sansevieria 101. For this episode, we're going to feature an inflorescence of flower bloom coming from the Sansevieria hybrid known as Macha. And what I'm showing you right now would be the first few days of the budding stages. I caught the budding stage of this particular Sansevieria hybrid last April 11th, 2025. And that is these are how they would look like, because there are two flower buds that were spotted on the Sansevieria Ma Cha clump, and right now they are taking up the form of a pincer-like appearance. And the name Macha, actually, I was able to talk with the breeder Samart Sudta, and he told me that the name Macha means that I'm late. It's actually two words. You will see the hybrid tag in the market as just one word Macha, and it's not actually the flavor of a milk tea or a chocolate, especially cat. That is not what it means. That's not where the name Macha comes from. They are two separate words, ma and then cha. That means I'm late because this particular Sansevieria hybrid blooms not in season compared to the other Sansevierias. And what I'm showing right now is actually the flower bud that has already grown in height, and you would see that the bud is on top of the flower stalk and is in a ball-like cluster, which would be composed of flower bracts like what I'm showing right now. Some of the bracts that are the stalk bracts are already left behind on the lower part of the stalk, and those were the pincer-like appearance. Those are actually the inflorescence or stalk skin that was left behind. So after which the topmost portion would form into flower bracts before you would see flower tubes. So what you see right now are flower bracts that are growing apart from each other, and you would start to see small flower tubes that are emerging on the flower bracts. So in the photos that will come, you would see them grow further in height, and you would see the flower bracts will keep on growing apart from each other like what I'm showing you right now. And most of the flower tube heads are already sort of visible. So it's actually the standard growth that I have observed in hybrids or species alike. And then on this picture, you would see that the bracts are becoming, or the flower bracts are almost gone, and what you see would be the flower tubes that are growing instead. And on this particular picture, the stalk has really grown in particularly tall. That is because the flower tubes have to grow apart from each others as well in preparation of blooming themselves. So these are pictures of the flower tubes that are growing but not to the length that is intended before it opens up. So these are still short, and as we go by, you would see more pictures of the flower tubes that will start, or that will keep on growing in length like what I'm showing you right now. So I've actually counted the flowers per cluster on this specimen. It would be easier to count them before they bloom, because once they bloom, it will be very hard for you to count the flowers per cluster, because the flower petals would get in the way of seeing clearly how many flower tubes will be in a particular cluster. But in the second part of the video, we'll talk about more about the Sansevieria hybrid characteristics itself, and as well as the flower tube characteristics. So right now, I think it already bloomed. This is the first day of bloom. Only a few flower tubes have opened up, and then on the second day, more flower tubes will open up as well. The other stalk, though, has not opened up yet. So the flower tubes actually don't open up all at the same time. They will open up by groups. On the first day, just a few of them you can count. On the second day, more of them will open. It will be harder for you to count, and then on the third, fourth day, almost all of them will open up and bloom until everything will wilt out. So I guess that's it for the first part, and then on the second part we'll talk more about the inflorescence and the Sansevieria hybrid itself. So stay tuned. Alright folks, so we're back, and this is the second part of the content where we will talk more about the inflorescence or flower bloom of the Sansevieria hybrid named Macha, and as well as I will be giving you a brief history if I have not done it on the first part of this content, where I was showing you the transformation of the bloom itself from a flower bud to becoming a full stalk that is already blooming. So what I'm showing you right now is a clump of the Sansevieria hybrid Macha, and the breeder is again Samart Sudta, and this is a hybrid coming from Thailand. Samart is from Thailand, and I was able to send him a message and ask him about this particular hybrid, and he was kind enough to give me information about why it was named Macha, and I kinda agree with it, as we will be talking about it in a bit. So actually, if I haven't discussed it in the first part of the content, Macha is actually a word in Thailand which means I'm late. It is spelled as MA space then CHA. It's actually two words, and it's not the flavor called matcha, which you can find in milk teas, or the chocolate Kit Kat, which has flavor matcha. So that is not what matcha is. That is not where the name matcha came from. Matcha is actually two words in Thailand, like I mentioned, and it means I'm late. And like I said, I kind of agree, because this inflorescence right now is also quite late in terms of blooming, because right now it doesn't have any other pair or any other Sansevierias that bloom with it. It bloomed right after the other Sansevierias already finished blooming. So that is the reason why the breeder, or Samart, called it or named it as Macha. And he further said this was the exact statement that he sent through message. The name Macha means that the flowers bloom, then all other trees are already pollinated. So he was referring to all the other Sansevierias were already have passed their blooming stages. He was probably done making pollinations or cross-pollinating Sansevierias, and then that's the time where Macha actually bloomed or started to show its inflorescence or flower bud. So same in my experience, because right now I have nothing to pair Macha with. All the other Sansevierias have already past bloomed, and I kinda understand why this was named as Macha, Sansevieria Ma Cha. I can't pair it to the other Sansevierias because it's really past the time wherein most Sansevierias have already bloomed. They're already spent. Some Sansevieras like the one I'm showing right now are starting over, but this one is really late compared to the first ones that already bloomed before it, and not matching the ones that are about to bloom. So I have two Sansevieras that are starting to show flower buds. It is Sansevieria Scepter and Sansevieria, this one which is known as Bella Affinis. So we will be also featuring them in the future when they have also bloomed, because I'm on this channel. I am also recording all the information or my observation with regards to flower bloom, Sansevieria bloom species or hybrids alike. I record them on the channel for future experts, for them to have something to work on when they want to study more about Sansevierias or observe how Sansevierias behave. So going back, the inflorescence actually started very small, and then this is the kind of inflorescence that I'm showing you right now is a raceme type inflorescence. It's a spike of stalked flower bloom. The stalk height we will measure, but I have to move back for me to show you the whole plant. It's tall. I think it's past 12 inches, but we will be able to take measurements of it, and as well as describe the inflorescence itself. So again, I have captured the first day we're in. It's just a flower bud, very small. This is the first stalk that bloomed. This is the second one, and it has been 2 days for this form. It has already been blooming since yesterday, and this is the second day of bloom. The one and the other half is just the first day of bloom. So this one bloomed first before this other stalk. So going back, I caught it April 11th to 2025, and today March 5th 2025 they started blooming for us. So actually it's March 4, but March 5 is the other one that started blooming. So from April 11th to March 4, that is almost I would say 26 or 24 days for this particular Sansevieria hybrid to finish its budding to blooming phase. And now it has been the second day. It might take 3 more days for all the flowers to open up. So not all the flowers will open up actually, but they will open up in groups on a daily basis until all the flower tubes that are above it opens up as well. So it will stop until all the flower tubes have opened up, and some of them that opened up during the second day will wilt out, and the ones that will be probably left out will be the ones above. So the first part we were showing you, or we were showing you the transformation of the inflorescence. So we were not able to talk about the characteristic of the hybrid itself. So this is how it looks like. This is the pattern actually, and I would say that there are dark bandings on it. These are bandings. Then at the back part are the green base color of the leaf. The leaf tip, it's kind of long and tubulate. It looks like a tube, and the end part are reddish in color. It's actually very durable, not brittle as compared to the other Sansevieria species or hybrid. So you can just bend them over and they won't bend out easily. The ones that are new actually have shorter leaf tip, there are some that are tube-like, and there are also some that are very short. So these other ones are very short. There are some that are pointed, so there is a variability with regards to the leaf tips of Sansevieria Hybrid Ma Cha. And aside from that, it is in disticus form. That means I'm saying it is almost fan shape or fan shape because it's growing leaf from end to end, forming or taking form of a fan shape Sansevieria. So they're very, they look like, they look or they grow similarly as Sansevieria Ma Cha anjani. So however, Ma Cha anjani is an Indonesian hybrid, and what I'm showing you right now is a Thailand hybrid. I was able to talk to or chat with Samart Sudta, and he told me that he forgotten the Sansevieria, he or she, because I don't really know or understand how the names in Thailand are, which ones are for males or for females. So therefore I don't know, because basing on the pictures I don't see Samart Sudta, but perhaps I can ask about it with other colleagues of mine that are close to Thailand. So going back though, he never or he forgot what he paired in order to come up with Sansevieria Ma Cha. So the parentage would be not listed, as I have placed on the right side of the information for the Sansevieria. So going back, what's next for us to do is to gather data with regards to the inflorescence. So I'm going to focus here because it's clearer when you only have flower tubes, and I'm trying to count the flowers per cluster on it. Even though if it's a hybrid, it's very important to count the flowers per cluster, and I'm actually seeing 3 to 4. I'm seeing 4 maximum, and the ones above are ending up 1 flower tube that are the ones that are above are just 1 tubes that are, or flower tubes that are attached to the flower stalk. So in the mid part there's about there are about 4 to 3 flower tubes in the cluster. So that makes it that maximum is 4, then the minimum flowers per cluster, especially on the topmost portion, is just 1. This is how the peduncle looks like, or the flower stem. Raceme type of inflorescence or stem like inflorescence that are having flower tips attached to the stem, they might grow into taller measurements, and most usually they are the flowers that are attached to them are clustered or in groups. So those are the characteristics of raceme type inflorescence. So what's next would be, we're going to take measurements. So I'll have to clip the camera so I can get a measurement of the inflorescence. And I might have to move back a bit so I can show you how it would look like, or not, because I have limited space to work with, and the inflorescence is quite tall. So there you go. We'll have to use the measuring tape to measure the inflorescence height, and I'm measuring, ending up at this point. At first we could take a variance of the height of the inflorescence. I'm measuring 22 inches on the first flower stalk, and then on the next it's just around 16 inches. So 16 to 22 inches, that would be the inflorescence height. And I don't have the other tool to measure the flower tube, so I'll have to use this very small measuring tape to measure it. So the flower tubes that are above actually would just be 0.75 of an inch, and we'll have to have that converted into millimeters, and I'll probably just put it on the description of this content. And the other enforcements would be at, well, my measure would be 0.75 for the ones above, or alright, so 0.75 for the ones on top, then the ones on the middle part are 0.9 of an inch. So we'll have to convert it into millimeters, since I don't have the other tool that I usually have here to measure it in millimeters. So aside from that, I don't think I have anything to more to add. So folks, if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you like what I presented, please don't forget to like and subscribe to your channel as well. I would really appreciate that. So again, thank you for watching, and you folks have a great day.